River Riddle by Dewar and Anil Tortop. Once upon a summer's day, a boy called Jack is on his way to market on the riverbank with a sheep called Dolly and a fox called Frank. Jack is weighed down with a sack stuffed with hay slung on his back. Hot and tired at last he sees the river sparkling through the trees. To Jack's dismay it's deep and wide, the market's on the other side. But then he spots a tiny boat and wonders, will it stay afloat? Another problem's plain to see. The boat can take just 2, not 3. Can Jack think up a plan to cross that rolling river without loss? Dolly loves to munch on hay. Will Jack's be safe if he's away? And while Jack's on the other bank, will Dolly stay unmunched by Frank? As Dolly thinks that hay's for me, and Frank thinks Dolly's mine for tea, young Jack does lots of thinking too, and comes up with a plan. Can you? The river crossing looks quite rough, but Jack's sure that it's safe enough. Dolly's first, he rows her over, leaves her there to munch on clover. Back he comes without delay, takes on board his sack of hay, rows across the flowing tide, puts the hay by Dolly's side. Dolly's eyes light up with greed, thinking, yum, a lovely feed. But then Jack grabs her woolly coat and drags her back on board the boat. Back they go across the river, watched by Frank as keen as ever, drooling in his foxy folly, hoping he'll be left with Dolly. Jack's too smart for foxy Frank. As the boat lands on the bank, Jack escorts the sheep ashore, fending Frank off with an oar. Jack shows Frank the fox who's boss and rows that cranky fox across, leaves him near a clump of holly, then returns to pick up Dolly. At last he shoes that sheep on board, but Jack's lost time he can't afford. Again he heads across the river, arrives exhausted, arms a quiver. The fox, the sheep, with Jack as guide, set off down the riverside, off to market to be sold, each one worth a grain of gold. But wait, what's this? They've shut the gate. The market's over. Jack's too late. He took too long, although he's clever, to solve the riddle of the river. With fox and sheep and sack of hay, Jack turns and sadly walks away. And now he's thinking, should I do those crossings in reverse? Would you?